Hey, Jim here from 3J Music, and in today's video we're going to do a little guitar modding, or customize, or whatever you want to call it. So this is my Tease ST1 SPR. I bought this a couple of months ago and did a review on it, and I bought it to show some support to the owner of Tease guitars, and I wasn't sure what the fate of this guitar was going to be. If I would sell it or give it away or, move on from it. Turns out I really like this guitar. I've really been enjoying playing it. So, there's a couple of things about it that I'm not crazy about. Now, I thought about changing the pickups because this is a $200 guitar, but I actually really like the pickups. So, if it's not broke, why fix it? I thought about changing the tuners. The tuners are pretty good, so we're going to roll with that for right now. I thought about changing the electronics, but I like the pickups. I like how it sounds. One thing I'm not crazy about is the plain white pickguard. Even though this is the 3-ply with the black strip around it, I always thought just plain white pickguards were kind of boring. So that's where we're going to start. As it stands right now, the modifications that I'm about to make are purely cosmetic, because I have no other issues with how this plays or sounds or any of that. So enough about all of that. Let's get this on the bench and see what we are going to do to it. Okay, so the strings are off and we're going to pull the pickguard, and we have this aluminum black brushed pickguard from Cash or Kaish Music. These are available on Amazon. They're about 20 bucks. Okay, so we have the neck off. Everything looks really nice and clean under there. The pickguard ran under the neck pretty good, so just pop this off and then we'll proceed. Okay, so we have the swimming pool route, as we know, and we're gonna lose these white pickup covers too. So this is what we have so far. The new pickguard did come with black screws. I decided to stick with the chrome screws that were originally with the guitar to keep with the black and chrome look. I removed the parts from the neck and I went over the neck and the fretboard with 600 grit sandpaper and some really fine steel wool. I didn't really show the process because I'm not saying this is the proper way to do to a guitar neck what I'm going to do, and I don't want to be giving the wrong information, but I am telling you what I've done. Okay, so I didn't go through and film the process of what I did with the neck because it's kind of first for me and I don't want to be helping people develop bad habits. Like I said, I went over it with little 320 and then 600 grit sandpaper, and then the fretboard with a little 600 and steel wool. And I don't know if I can get that there, but you can see where I kind of got a little aggressive with either the sandpaper or the steel wool. One thing I can tell you about sandpaper for sure is when you get to a real fine grit finish sandpaper, you got to keep changing it out, because if you get any little particles of anything in there, it's going to scratch up your whole project. And there are marks on this fretboard that look like sanding marks, but I'm alright with it. Well, I think you can see them there. So I had this leftover stain from another project. Just this Minwax stain. And anyway, it's a dark stain, and I didn't really want to darken the neck, so what I did was I dabbed a little bit of it on the shop towel, you know, those blue rolls of towels there. Just dabbed a little bit on and wiped it on the neck real quick, and like immediately wiped it off. Didn't really want to darken the neck, I just wanted to get a little bit of a tint to it. It was so bright looking that I just kind of wanted to tint it a little bit, and I think you can kind of see the difference if you look in the hole for the truss rod. Just kind of a little bit of a tint on it. And then I put it outside for about 4 hours. It said to let the stain dry for 4 hours, but that's when you really stain something, and this was just kind of a light, very light coat of stain. So anyway, I left it out, and then after that I put a thin coat of tongue oil on the neck and the fretboard. Very light, and then a day later I did another very light coat. You gotta put that on, and you gotta kind of buff it off with a cloth. And today I'm gonna put it back together. Now I was able to go back over the fretboard with that superfine steel wool, you know, in the direction of the grain, and it took out a lot of those marks, and I think it looks pretty good now. So now to add the knobs and the switch tip that I also found on Amazon. So that's it, the finished product. I got this blue switch tip that doesn't quite match, and these knobs here from Amazon, and I think they kind of look the part. Change the tuning to D standard so I can go back and play and learn and relearn some of those old Motley Crue riffs, since Mick Mars is one of my favorites. My first favorite, actually. The guy who made me want to play guitar. But anyway, there it is. What do you think? Let me know in the comments, and if you found this video useful or just enjoyed it, appreciate it if you'd hit like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.